like a build off of processors and graphics cards and stuff that don't even exist anymore, and maybe there's a
Computer's
potential
freaking
for
out.
yeah, maybe there's a potential for conflicts or something there, and that's part of the problem.
Okay,
What's that?
would a fresh load delete all my stuff off the computer though?
I mean, what are you talking?
Like my programs and stuff.
Yeah.
I had to do some backdoor setup to get some of these programs to do my remote telescope stuff. And I don't know if I remember how I did it.
Oh.
Yeah. It's because so that I could buy a $300 device to do what I'm doing now, but I don't want to spend $300 on it. So I did some backdoor stuff to get it to do what I wanted to do.
If you were to ever reset it, I'd recommend trying to do like an image of the computer. I mean, you're still going to be it would still be built off of whatever hardware you had when you created the image, but at least that way you can give yourself a fresh load with all your software configured the way you want. Because I wouldn't do the image until you have like your software and everything where you want it to be.
I mean, I got my software where I want it to be right now. The issue I'm having is I'm still not able to run. It keeps saying I have a critical update that I need, and I've done everything I could see online, short of like doing a complete wipe and starting over. They keep saying that it fails to do the update.
Argo Bargo drew blood yesterday.
On you?
Yeah.
How?
Little bastard tried to sneak out the door when Ollie was walking out the door.
Ooh.
So I bent over real fast, which unfortunately Ollie was in the middle of all of it. So I felt really bad about that. It was just kind of like a panic thing. It's like, crap, we have all this, like, we have like a foot of snow, like fresh snow, and this dog is gonna start booking it. And I've got my son, and it's like I can't get this dog if he runs. So I crumpled over and was grabbing at anything I could get of the dog. I went for his collar first, but he made it out far enough that was already gone. So I just grabbed a hold of each side of his haunches, and he yelped a couple times. And I don't think he tried to bite me, but he whipped his head around with his mouth open, and his tooth caught the back of my hand.
All my dogs have done that to me at some point.
Yeah.
When I grab them like that, I don't, I've obviously been bitten twice now,
Right.
but.
So I mean, I wasn't mad at him for that because I knew that was reactionary, and I'm glad. Ollie said he got hurt, but he wasn't like seriously hurt, and it's hard to tell sometimes with him where it's like, are you okay? I mean, if anything, he might have just been in shock of just like me bending over him and knocking him over kind of thing. But dog didn't hurt him or anything anyways. I think he thought Argo might have at one point, but I think it just was, if anything, he might have banged his shin or something on the door frame or something going down, but
Nothing serious.
no. But I was just more mad at the dog for being a sneaky little bastard. I didn't like hurting him or anything, but it's just like, I mean, you gotta try to pull shit like that, you're kind of asking for it.
Like I said, all three dogs, I've had to grab them by the haunches like that before, and all three of them whip their head back with their mouth open.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's reactionary, really.
It is. The part. Sorry, the part on the dog that tends to get hurt and sore first is the rear hips when they get older.
Bye, Bargo.
Sorry if I was breathing weird. My shoulder hurts pretty bad.
No.
And sometimes I have to breathe through it to get the pain to go away.
I was concerned I hurt my shoulder the other day clearing off the snow off the top of my car. I heard a pop in it, about where the collarbone probably connects. I'm like, oh shit, what did I just do?
I'm going to stop the music. Unfortunately, I'm not
but
having music.
It hasn't hurt as bad as I had expected.
The green comment portion of this video. I don't know what happened to my shoulder. I just woke up on Friday and I was in a lot of pain. I have never had this much pain in this shoulder since I initially injured it.
Another thing to claim, I guess.
Yep. Well, I've already been seen for it, but they didn't do anything with it. So I demanded another appointment, and right now they can only do telehealth. So I'm gonna ask them. I wanted an X-ray, minimum MRI, preferably, and then I want to be seen off base by the off base physical therapist. Because last time I told them I want to be seen for my shoulder, all they did was X-ray my neck or do an MRI on my neck and nothing else. So it kind of pissed me off.
I really hate that all these other stores started trying to compete with Amazon and allowing other people to sell shit through them.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Amazon fall, but
these guys aren't going to compete with that.
well, I know that's why I didn't really say much past that because there's not really anybody out there that's gonna be able to compete with Amazon.
It's bad enough that I deal with that with Amazon. It still makes me uncomfortable, like not knowing who I'm really buying from. If I can, I always try to buy directly from Amazon, but
There's one thing I bought ended up coming from China.
yuck.
Yeah. I didn't even realize it was being sold from China until after it shipped.
Yeah. Well, and it's like if I want to do that, I'm gonna go to AliExpress.
You gotta be really careful with that website.
Yeah. So far, the only thing I've bought was my Mii Mini, and that's because the only place. I mean, well, there's North American retailers for it, but it's been. I mean, good grief! I don't think it's gone back in stock since Christmas. It's been so hard to get a hold of that your best bet was to follow their direct store on AliExpress. I think they're coming out with something new, and that's part of the reason why. It's been in such high demand, and they're starting to release something else. So I want to get. Some ways, I kind of wish I had just held off. It's kind of fun. I mean, maybe I'll just give it off to Ollie because he thinks it's really cool, and he had kind of wanted one, but there's no way in hell I'm probably gonna be able to get a hold of another one for him, not without paying an arm and a leg. The Mii Mini.
What?
Wait, what?
Did my server literally just crash again?
Oh.
No, the game hold crash. No, what you said. You said Mii Mini?
Mii Mini. It's my little tiny Game Boy thing.
Sick.
But I might end up just getting a Retroid Pocket because you can actually do wireless multiplayer with those, and you can hook them up to a TV with external controllers and basically use it as a home console. So I mean, that's kind of neat. So I wouldn't mind one of those at some point too. I just don't love that it runs off Android. It's like, fuck Android. So I'd rather run off Linux.
Lost timeout pending connection. What is going on? Maybe I might have to write G-Portal and ask why my game keeps crashing. It's probably whoever updated their mod isn't compatible with the current build of the game, so it keeps crashing the game now.
Yeah, that was one of the things I think I stumbled across on one of the Hermitcraft things with them saying it. Part of maintaining the server is you have to kind of go through your list of mods and before you update to the latest version of Minecraft, make sure that all your mods that you want to use are compatible with the latest version. But that being said, I think they're using stuff that's pretty mainstream, popular mods. So, I mean, they probably don't have to wait long either for a mod to become compatible. He's got 30 seconds left on this. It's like, in all honesty, I'm not sure I care to even hear what he has to say at this point.
At least he's finally answering. He's probably gonna say why he hasn't been able to.
Is he answering though? Is there gonna be a lot of the same old that we got with Tim Pool? I'm concerned it's just gonna be that. Kind of nice if this guy kind of holds him to the flame a little more. What I've seen of him, he might.
So my game crashed on me when I joined the server. Now I can't join my server because it says I'm already in the server.
I also don't like the fact that he can't just upload a video himself. There's no reason for that. We shouldn't have to wait for him to go on these other people's podcasts to talk to us.
What I did to image and process. I have a feeling he's gonna say something about a cease and desist order.
You think so? Can you say anything about that if that's the case?
You can say you've been issued with one, but you probably can't say much past that. You can't say why. You can probably, because I've heard people say I've been hit with a cease and desist order by so and so, but they can't say. The point of this cease and desist means they can't keep talking or harassing the person about an issue.
I'm not sure that they would need to, because I feel like if anything, I mean, I could be wrong. I feel like it's done more damage to him than it has to them at this point.
Yeah, but he wasn't stopping either.
Yeah.
And it was clear he was trying to drag Daily Wire through the mud. Again, I'm not saying Daily Wire is right for what they did. I'm just saying it's clear that he's trying to knock them down a peg or two. Alright, can I actually do stuff, or is it going to crash again for like the 100th time? Oops, that's not what I want to do.
I'm supposed to do divorce homework, and I don't want to even go into that shit. I want to deal with it.
The quicker you're done with it, the quicker you can get out of this relationship.
Except not. Just a little more legal binding shit to it. Which, I mean, realistically, what can I do about it? I mean, if she fucks around and stuff, it's like what am I gonna do? It's like, I'm gonna spend thousands of dollars to bring you back to court over it? Like, which is realistically, I should, but kind of painful.
Especially
process.
I'm curious. I would find a decent lawyer if she does screw around after a court order. Say, what, do I have grounds to sue her? And you can sue her for the legal fees of going to court.
And I could technically do something in this time, because, I mean, part of this taking so long is she didn't get us the medical paperwork.
Did that cost you more money in the long run?
Yeah, it's costing everybody more money in the long run, really.
Then yeah, I mean, I would ask your lawyer next time you talk, was like, what are my chances of suing her to compensate for the fees, and is it worth it making me drag this out because she kept refusing to. Holy crap.
We had at least I think 2 more mediations because of it, which is like $300-400 a pop.
Yeah, so I would sue her that and a little extra, because obviously it's going to cost you legal fees to sue her. I mean, I don't know how likely that is.
It's not suing. It's like you can
make
put it
part
to
of
the judge.
Yeah, make it part of the agreement. Since you refused a court order, I had to pay extra money, basically. I would. What's up, Hax? How you doing, bud? Mom says you talked to her about letting you guys come down.
Probably at one point.
Well, I was asking Mom a question about those tickets I was looking at, and she said something about Amber said you could bring him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh crap! I'm gonna fall off this. Yep.
He's not making any announcements.
Was he? He's just talking.
Well, he let off with, like, people are curious what it does.
People are curious about what?
If he's making any announcements. He's not gonna make any fucking announcements. He'd do that on his own channel.
Well, he is on his own channel, but he does. It says major announcements, so he'd be clickbaiting if he doesn't. Not like there's a crime against clickbaiting, but he just piss off his fan base more. What?
So he said, be careful if you're talking to him. He may record the conversation.
I mean, obviously it's a joke, but obviously the conversation is being recorded because it's live.
Yeah.
Which Borderlands? The first one? I'm gonna name this diamond. I can't remember if this is. I think it looks pink, but if it's red, I might name it Bloodwing.
Alright, I'm gonna take my headset off real quick. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm. See if I got cooked meat in the fridge. Starved to death. First one? Is this your first time playing through it? Because is this on your Xbox? Because I didn't know you said you were getting one. Yeah, cool. That Rex go. Having a blast. Hopefully you're having a good time. Glad you were able to get your hands on one. Where the heck did that Rex go? I guess it's not a huge deal. I got so many T-Rex arms. I just want to kill it so I can hopefully spawn in a higher level. I meant to ask her how she's doing today too. This is gonna be a very chilled, laid-back stream because I'm not feeling 100% right now, but I've wanted to play some art. So I need to progress in this game, and I haven't really progressed a lot. Is that a microraptor? That is indeed a microraptor. Trying to get me? 3 microraptors down there. Any of them. Are they trying to get me? You can't climb up here, can he? Yeah, he's trying to get up here, you little perky. You guys haven't built me a new dam yet? How good are you? Oh, hey. Rex and a Spino. Haven't seen that here before. Not in a long time, anyway. I'll go ahead and kill this Spino. Frame rate feels weird right now.
He's back March 20th.
With on his own, or
he says it is a daily show and it's $10 less than it was before, and claiming more content. So I don't know.
Like I said, if he really want to stick it to the Blaze and Daily Wire, he should do his own thing and prove that it can be done without those contracts. Otherwise, I'd say highly recommend he just shut up.
Seriously.
And I like him, I do, but if you're not gonna actually do anything about it, then just shut up. Just go back to doing your shows.
Shouldn't have said anything to begin with.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to do anything about it. There's nothing he can do about it.
Other than start his own thing, which I don't know if he has it in him to do that.
He's got to be doing something, whether or not it's his own or not.
Like I said, I'm not saying Daily Wire's right in what they did. It's just like, he made a big stink and then just went quiet.
Well, it's one of those deals where it remains to be seen whether or not they did was right or wrong. It's just, it's on him to prove otherwise.
Obviously, the people that are with him now don't seem to have an issue, so, and he's I haven't heard him answer for what was, Not Gay Jared still on, he's still on, crap, what it's called, NDA?
Yeah.
And he hasn't answered to that yet, so he does it kind of.
Yeah, and he won't.
And he may have a perfectly justifiable reason why Not Gay Jared can't say anything, but you at least need to say something about it if you can make this think about another company's contract, because he's technically censoring Not Gay Jared. And I just totally realized what the purpose of him calling that is. Because Jared from Subway is a gay pedophile.
I don't know. I think he was one of those guys that like you'd meet him and you'd think he was gay, and I think that's part of the reason why they called him Not Gay Jared.
I don't think I've ever heard him talk, honestly.
Because a lot of times, if they would go undercover or whatever, they'd even have him act the gay part. I mean, what little I had, I mean, because I wasn't watching the show at the time when he was on the show anyways. I just saw clips of older episodes and stuff involving him, and I think it was, they'd use him like that.
What do you think of Borderlands so far, Heck? Oh, weird. No, okay, so yeah, that's too deep. Ah, fuck. Oh, they're gonna kill me. Oh, they almost did kill me. They just broke all my armor too. Can I repair these here? I don't think I got one in it takes their repair. Organic polymer? Oh, that's not what I thought it was. Never mind. Melt, ignitant, and fiber. Okay. Alright, I gotta be careful because I have no armor now to protect me. I know if I go back to Elite Sport and find that's what they're gonna ask if I did my stretches.
What was that?
I said I need to do my stretches before I go back to the doctor because that's one of the first things they're gonna ask is if I've been doing my stretches. So I need to see if the stretches at least help. I don't think they will because where the pain is not where the stretches target, so we'll see. I also need to make sure I fully understand the definition of acute. Somebody advised me when I go back to them to tell them I have acute pain. And I have a rough idea what that means, but I want to make sure I know exactly what I'm talking about so I don't sound like some douchebag that's trying to tell a doctor their job.
They think that anyways.
Yeah, probably. Microraptor near this tech raptor, right? Very much would like to grab this tech raptor. Got it. What level are you? 96. You look kind of cool. I don't want to keep you, but you're not high enough. And I really need the oil. Really need to build my slaughterhouse. I don't understand why the raptors don't attack the beavers. I was mistaken, they most definitely attack the beavers. Beaver totally kicked the raptor's butt. Are you playing Minecraft?
No, I'm watching that video.
And we'll talk about this probably tonight. Maybe. I guess, I mean, that's not really a major announcement if he's just back, and that's all he says. They're like, oh, so you just continue on business as usual.
They're going nitty-gritty questions right now, like how long, like how many calls, how much time passed between calls before shit hit the fan, and like right now he's asking him, in your eyes, how many major conservative media companies are there that you would say would be in like the top 5 or what? Like what? I think he's going at the angle of, I mean, like if you didn't think people were just gonna instantly think Daily Wire, then why would you
hide their name?
Yeah.
Probably a legalese issue, like I didn't say it. I didn't say it. Everybody figured out. One of those things they can't sue them. But yeah, you didn't say his name, their name, but we all knew. Fans are smart, they figure it out on their own.
Yep.
Man, I'm still hungry. I had some pork chops with cabbage.
I love pork chops.
I'll have to have, either when we come up or if we ever are able to have you down here, I'll have to have Lauren make you it. She's made she's got this Irish cookbook that she's been making dishes from. It's a lot of meals that you would like with sausages and mashed potatoes and or sausage and red potatoes, and it's really good.
Good hearty meals.
Yeah. Fuck off, Michael Raptor. Really want to get into this dam, but I can't grab that beaver, and every time I grab him, something comes over to try to kill me. No, get on. Ugh, I got on. Oh, that almost didn't make it. Yeah, I know, beavers. I pissed you off. Oh, it's wood though, so I can drop some of it. Where's this some? Oh, but we'll drop it.
There was they were talking about a reporter over in Ukraine on Blaze today about was it MSNBC reporter who was interviewing people in, was it, I forget the part of Ukraine that they took over, and Ukraine's talking about going back and taking back
Crimea.
Yeah, I think so. They were talking with the people there. It's like, are you Russian or are you Ukrainian? We're Russian. He interviewed, and the clip that they showed, he had 2 or 3 people say Russian. And one guy talking about how like Putin will protect us, kind of thing. Like, and now this MSNBC reporter is actually on I don't know if I can say hit list, a shit list by the Ukrainian side. So his life could very well be in danger by the people that we're supplying.
Well, you have to find out how. I don't. If that's how the people of Crimea feel, that they want to go back to Russia, then fine, let them go back to Russia. I don't think we should help Ukraine get it back. Honestly, I don't think we should be helping Ukraine anymore.
Well, I'm not familiar enough with the historical side of it, I guess, as far as like, it sounds pretty complicated, the history of Ukraine and Russia and all that stuff, but it's like if the land belonged to Ukraine, then those people should get the fuck out and go to Russia. If the land belonged to Russia, then Ukraine should deal, and you lost it. It's gone.
Well, so the land was like all of Ukraine was Russia's at one point. It was part of the Soviet Union, and then they broke off from Russia when the Soviet Union fell, and part of the agreement of Ukraine being left alone by Russia is if they dismantled all their nukes. Well, supposedly Ukraine did that, so technically Russia's in violation of that treaty.
Except I think, from what I understand, we promised to protect them if they dismantled the nuclear program too.
We did, to a point.
Which,
I mean, no,
yeah.
I think we promised to provide aid.
Which again, I just love that we're the only fuckers doing anything with any of this.
Well, Germany gave them a bunch of Leopard tanks.
Well, at least there's that.
I think there are some other countries giving them money. Then we're definitely invested the most. There's no doubt about that. We always are, and Trump was trying to get us away from doing that. He wanted the NATO and UN to pay their fair share into things.
I don't think, comparatively, it's what's been given so far. I don't think it's been pretty fair at the moment.
No, well, I mean, Trump is also not president right now.
Yeah. They're the ones bitching, complaining about their safety and security if Russia were to steamroll through Ukraine.
Yep. In fact, yeah, the current president is Zelensky's little bitch, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was pretty short segment, honestly, and I don't think they really, outside of his announcement, I don't think they really went over a whole lot. There was a lot I didn't hear, but he's coming back pretty soon anyways, so.
At least you have that. I'm sure he's going to talk about it a little bit more when he gets back to the shows.
I'm curious. I have a feeling he's going to tuck tail and pretend it like it never happened. Like he might make some passing remarks, like when the show first gets back up. But I mean, I really don't think he's going to harp on it any longer.
I don't. Honestly, I've wondered the same thing. That stupid Microraptor's got my number. I already know it.
Because again, it was like, it's one of those positions where it's like, okay, so if you still actually believe that, what are you going to do? You can't just keep constantly attacking. Nobody's going to watch you if that's all you do.
It's like people get sick of Trump with the election stuff. It's like, yeah, Trump, we all feel that something went wrong during the election, but nothing's happening and nothing's going to happen, so please stop talking about it.
Yeah.
You're wasting everybody's time. We don't want to hear what you're actually going to do when you take office, not when you're going to not hear you keep complaining about it.
I mean, some of these guys that used to work with Fox, I think him included, there's certain, I don't think we're even getting the full story of how things operated there, because I'm not sure they can entirely discuss it. Not to mention, it's just bad taste in general. It's like just talking shit about an ex-employer.
Unless they did something absolutely horrible. Like, supposedly,
Beck recently talked about how one of the head honchos for Fox basically was like threatening his family and stuff, like with, like, there's some information about your wife and it'd be a shame if it would get out kind of thing. Like,
server is restarting in 10 minutes. Why are we restarting in 10 minutes? Must be another update. Well, supposedly, according to Adam Schiff, not that I think his word holds any weight, Fox is caught up in some lying scandal or something. I don't know.
I would doubt it, honestly.
But I find it hard to believe coming from something as someone like Dirty Schiff. He's the one that lied about Russiagate and lied about other things. There's a reason why he got. There's a reason why he got removed from the Intelligence Committee. Well, there's two reasons. One, he lied, and two, he has no intelligence. He's one of the douchebags that told us it's okay to go to Chinatown during COVID, but then when lockdowns were convenient for them, telling us we need to be locked down. Totally streaming all this, and I really don't care. Like, after the servers restart, I'm gonna let my 2 puppies in. It's in the 80s right now, so I don't. And then they've been out for a while.
Good gracious.
Yeah, it's starting to green up real nice out here. It was a perfect weekend. It was like in the 70s, so it wasn't too hot and it wasn't cold. Evenings were nice and cool. Lauren didn't like that, but I did. Oh, O'Reilly's. Oh, don't do that.
It's a lot of cleavage for an ad for a lunchbox.
Are you against strong, independent women?
No. When I was married, I would try to be respectful, but I mean, fuck that at this point. Now I'll ogle with the best of them.
Boobies.
Boobies.
So glad I put a 10-minute timer out whenever my server needs to restart. Wonder if the game itself is restarting.
Oh, I'm hungry.
Rubberneck. Yeah, I'm getting hungry again too. All I had was a piece of pizza and 1 garlic cheese stick today.
2 little tuna finger rolls and sun chips and cranberry juice.
Not bad.
I tried. Otherwise, it's usually fat and greasy, which is probably what lunch is gonna be.
You mean dinner?
Yes.
What else can I? Oh crap! I didn't want to.
Lexus gave me a rice cooker forever ago. I haven't even used it once yet. And I want to. I just gotta sit down and actually think about what I want to make with it. Like,
Rice.
a rice cooker. She gave me a rice cooker. Well, I mean, but you can, like, I gotta figure, like, I don't want to just eat rice. Like, what do I want for a meal?
My poor man's meal.
Yeah, what if I want exactly? I need a poor man's meal. And it just takes thinking. I don't got much thinking.
I made, when I was in Virginia living in my apartment with like little to no money, I did what I called my buffalo rice. Basically, I just cooked up some rice, white rice, and mixed some ranch dressing. And after it was done cooking, moved it into another bowl, mixed some ranch dressing in it, put some Texas Pete sauce in it, It was really good. I actually liked it a lot.
Sounds exactly why you're having the stomach problems that you're having. I actually missed what you said. I got stuck on the... What else did you put in it? I got stuck on the hot stuff.
Ranch and hot sauce. It was just ranch and hot sauce and rice.
Ew. You didn't put any meat or anything? Like hot dogs or anything at least?
I did that a few times. I didn't have money for meat when I made this. But
Not even hot dogs?
Why would you put hot dogs in there? That's gross.
It's meat.
But I put... One of the times I made it, I put cube steak in it.
Actually, I don't know if I'm familiar with that.
It's basically just steak cut up into cubes. You use it for like beef stew and stuff. But instead of stewing it, I grilled it and threw it in the rice. I kind of want that.
Graham puts hot dogs in ramen, and it's like I'd never thought of that, but I'd do that. I just need meat and everything. It doesn't matter how cheap and stupid the meat is. It's meat.
The Filipinos put hot dogs in their spaghetti.
I mean, the first thing I think of, I guess, is SpaghettiOs and hot dogs.
I think they
kind of what that's going for.
I think they put ketchup on the spaghetti too.
Well, I mean, you say that, and I saw a commercial for Heinz or whatever it was not that long ago, and the girl talked about putting ketchup on her spaghetti. It's like, is it really that much more expensive to get? Maybe it is. To get like a jar of tomato sauce.
Yeah, especially if you're getting something that's at least decent.
I was gonna say, so I do want to be very careful, because I get it. I mean, like, when you got jack shit for money, you'll do anything to just add a little flavor to some things. I mean, I don't want to shit over it in that regard, but I mean...
You shit all over mine with my rice and hot sauce and ranch, because I didn't have meat.
But you didn't have anything in it.
I had rice. Rice
like
is
bologna, something.
Rice is very filling.
It's also sugar. It's just all sugar.
It is, but it made me not hungry anymore.
I'd be getting like chunks of bologna or something. I need something in this. I can't just have rice.
There's these raw noodle bowls. It's I get the fire pork. It's really good, especially if you like spicy. If you don't like spicy, like, you can always not put the hot sauce in it. You just put the pork and the noodles and the seasoned packs in, and you're good to go. It's still pretty good. It's like $1.40 a bowl.
Bet you a can of tuna could go a long way in a decent amount of rice, like a meal or two.
Yeah, and there's buffalo tuna, so that makes sense. Alright guys, once the server shuts down, I'm gonna go recover my pups from the heat. Might find myself a snack, because the pork and cabbage wasn't enough to satisfy my hunger, so. But in all seriousness, I'd kind of changing topics. I would love for you and Ollie to come down, and if you can work, or if you and Ollie can come down like a Tuesday to Tuesday trip, it wouldn't cost us that much to fly you down here.
Yeah, I'd have to look at it, I guess.
Well, I'm looking at the Tuesday of spring break, which I think was the 18th, and it's like the 26th you guys would fly home. He really wants to take him to go see the Georgia Aquarium, because it's supposed to be one of the best aquariums in the country. One of the few that have a whale shark in it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. At least it did a long time ago. I don't know if it still does. I'll have to look that up. He would like to take him to the Atlanta Zoo, too. We want to take you to Howland at least for a day, so you can get some German food. He definitely wants you to take you to the local barbecue places here, too. And I can take him to the aviation museum. It's free. Oh crap, I forgot to put my other dinosaur away. Alright, be right back, everybody. This is Dad's Cheez-Its. It's not your Cheez-Its, it's Dad's Cheez-Its. Back up or is it down? All right. No. Already don't. No. Okay, thank you. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Have an idea? Believe I may. A lot of work, but it might do what I want it to do. To the moon, Alice. Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. Not what I wanted to do. Alright, curiosity's getting the better of me, which means I'm probably gonna get killed doing this, so. Wish me luck. Please don't fall through. Please don't fall through. Ha! I didn't fall. Suck it, nerd. What's up, Kepler? How's it going? I think it's gonna work. I'm doing alright. Not feeling super great, but not doing too bad either way. Getting a little stream in for the day. Trying to accomplish my art goals as I listen to my brother yawn. Wish to wood. It is not entirely sure what. How you doing? Crap. I understand why they make it so slow to do this, but I thought I was already there. One of these ones I'm gonna pick up and I'm gonna fall through on it. Super nervous. I think everything's gonna break and just collapse on me. Shoulder is killing me. Asking, and I hope your day gets. Oh, I appreciate it. I mean, it's not horrible. I'm not feeling too great. Not. I think it's a little bit of me being tired. I'm picking up the right one. Probably not picking up the right one. Oh, I was. Stop acting like you're tired. Ooh, I didn't fall through. Okay, let's see if this works. I don't remember if that was always a thing. Might have been. Better. That is better for sure.
Josie store.
So I need 2 more? Alright. I think it's just... I do have 2 more. So why isn't it up yet?
Bleh, bleh, bleh.
Don't mind my brother, he's pretending to be tired.
Bleh, 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 bleh. Bleh, bleh, bleh. Blah, blah, blah.
Properly. So what are you up to right now, Kepler? How was your day in total? Is your day just beginning or just ending?
You see, I was tired in the thrill of the fight.
Is it though?
Something, 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 something.
That is not where I told it to go. I hate the snapping in this game. in the hill. It's the final countdown. I almost fell through that hole, didn't I? Oh! That's not good. I wasn't paying attention. There we go. Are you a shift worker, or is it just starting to be daytime where you're at?
Save again. It's the final countdown. Wiener wiener. Wiener wiener ween. Wiener wiener.
Got it. Irritating. Finally get it where we want it. Yes! Oh, I need one more wedge piece after this. Ha-ha! I'm a wiener. Icy wiener. I think it's 5 p.m. here, right? Oh, it's almost 6 here, so you're about an hour behind us. What are you giggling at?
I don't know. My own insanity.
We all have that.
Puppy. Puppy needs a friend.
Take Bella.
Yeah.
It's okay, I don't think we're ready to give her up anyway.
Really, really wish he could be a good boy and I could just let him off leash, trust him.
I don't know how I got so lucky with Maverick with that. Zeus is kind of okay with it. But ever since he ran off the day before we had to put Maverick down, neither of us trust him, so we haven't risked it again.
I'm just lazy and I blame his breed.
He goes, I am a husky. I am a big fluffy husky. Oh, we saw our first Shiba Inu.
I love Shiba Inus.
I didn't realize how small they were.
Yeah, they're not very big. They only get to be about 30 pounds. They're not tiny. They're
The one we saw was about the size of Zeus, and they said it was full grown.
Huh. That sounds
Well, Zeus, I'm saying about the height and length of Zeus. Zeus is 50 or 55 pounds. I would say it was about 30 pounds, but it was like the height and length of a...
Yeah. No, there's a kid that was walking his new Shiba puppy. Oh my gosh, they're so adorable.
Is it so fluffy you're gonna die?
Yeah. He wanted to say hi to Argo.
The puppy?
Yeah. I could still go, like, I still wouldn't mind giving one of those a shot, but in some ways it's like, I feel like the next dog I get would probably be, if I could find one, a Belgian Malinois. And I'd really want to actually, because, I mean, I know those dogs are trainable, so I'd want to do my best to train them to be a good To be a good boy.
I'm the goodest of good boys.
They're kind of German Shepherdish looking, and they're not quite as big, and they probably still have the shedding issue. I don't know though. Look at that, Ella Bean got best lunchbox or our pick for wire cutter.
Ooh.
Wiener, wiener, what a wiener, what a wiener, wiener, ween, what a ween, what a wiener, wiener, ween, ween.
What was that? I hear clacking in your background.
Those are my cupboards. I don't have a soda can.
What about a
Same
baby
lunchbox
bottle
I got for Ollie that he has yet to use. I was curious. Yeah, I should be able to. I don't need a big lunchbox. I need something that I'd like it to fit in my backpack. And I mean, probably the most I'd ever do is like a soda can, a sandwich, and a snack or two. I can't be eating crazy lunches. Well, I can. I still physically can, but I shouldn't.
I believe in you.
It hurts. It's not a good idea anymore.
There is a Carno outside. I'm gonna have to kill it before it starts attacking my building.
My dog will call me a dumbass.
Carno's actually committing self-die. Where'd it go?
Mine's not afraid to tell me I'm overweight. But he'd call me a dumbass not because it would make me more overweight or continue to make me overweight because of my potential hypothermia.
What? Wait, who would call you a dumb?
My doctor, he would probably legitimately call me a dumbass if I keep eating big meals. Because he's not afraid to tell me if I have a weight issue, but that's not really why he'd call me a dumbass. It'd be more because of my acid reflux and stuff.
Is he old?
Older, yeah.
Hope this works.
Oh, that granola bar looks tasty.
Thank you, I worked hard on it. Right spot? Good.
Does it make me gay if I want a he him bar?
No.
The way they sell those, it's like, I don't know, maybe it does.
One has nuts, the other one doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know, you gotta get the one with the nuts.
You're just letting the world know your preferred pronouns are he, him, by eating a he, him bar. Oh, I should have done a medium.
Actually, I gotta change the headset battery.
We were watching your Fire Saga Euro song, and there's a part where one of the characters is talking to a Russian singer. They go, "Are you sure you're not gay?" No, 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 no gay Russian. That's statistically impossible. No, no gay Russian. He, him. He, him. Stop attacking my pillars, you douchebag. I'm gonna kill it.
It's probably the smallest lunchbox I can get even. Maybe Maybe I'll just pick one up for myself then. Right, Bargo? Ruh-roh.
Uh-oh, Raggy.
Ruh-roh.
Thelma's in town.
Oh.
Oh, ooh, that hurt. Okay, I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna take a risk. Because I really don't want to start taking things down and accidentally just...
Oh, right. Jeez, I'm so distracted. Oh.
Alright. If this falls apart, I'm cheat spawning this in. Don't at me. I'm not collecting all this material again. So nervous. Take more down.
I was watching a Linus Tech Tips recently, and he's so fed up with NVIDIA at this point in their prior.
You broke up. What was that?
Stupid headset. That he's gonna try to make one of the newer AMD cards work as his daily driver.
Why is he fed up with NVIDIA?
Because of the pricing. They're pretty outrageously priced at this point. They still haven't even released the 4060. I mean, I think that you just got like the 4080 and 4090 right now. And I think the 4080 is even over 1,000. I think.
Whew. Is AMD cheaper? I'm assuming, considering you said he's fed up with them.
Hold on, let me. NVIDIA 4080 Founders, and I only look at the Founders because that's typically the cheapest. That can't be right. $1,200 for the Founders. NVIDIA 4080 versus AMD, because I'm not as familiar with their. They got the XT and the XTX. I don't know which one's supposed to be better. Go with the extra X. It's probably charge a premium for that extra X. He tried giving the Intel card a shot, and I guess it didn't go well.
I completely forgot Intel even made a card.
Yeah. Forget what they call it. Gosh, that card is huge though. The AMD one, holy hell. Where's the price? I want to see what it goes for. Buy on AMD.com. So it's 900 for the XT and 1,000 for the XTX.
AMD?
So I mean, yeah. So even their top tier one is $200 less than the Nvidia. But that's pretty significant.
So you say he's gonna try to make it his daily driver. Is there a reason why it might not be?
I don't know. I mean, when I was looking at, like, when I was shopping for cards, when I got my 2060 Super, the sad part was the card that was like $100 or $2 less than the 2070 Super at the time could go toe to toe with it. Basically, I mean, obviously there'd be some things where the 2070 Super would still beat it, but for the price to performance ratio, the AMD was a huge value. But the problem was they were having driver issues at the time.
Oh.
So I mean, I don't know if that's still been kind of the same song like since I bought mine or not. I think they've been making big strides in the graphics card area, because obviously they've hit that stride with the processors, but they haven't had as much luck kind of giving Nvidia a run for its money. But I think this latest generation, I think they made some pretty big performance leaps. I think they're still playing catch up with ray tracing, which honestly at that point that gimmick is kind of worn off with me. Like it's a neat feature, but I don't know. It's crazy how much of a performance dip your games are going to take just turning that on. So it's like I'm not sure that I care until it's more mainstream.
Yeah, they haven't really fleshed it out either, so it's not really.
Yeah, so I mean it's like it's cool, but I don't know. It's like one of the reasons I like the Super is like it's got ray tracing, and then I've never used it, so the performance impact is just not worth it. I could do. I did it for a hot second, and it was kind of cool, and I might do it again at some point. I did Minecraft for a little bit with the ray tracing. It seemed kind of neat.
Minecraft seemed one of the more impressive ones, which is funny because it's not really.
It's Minecraft.
Yeah. Like, I remember when they added ray tracing to Minecraft, everybody made a huge deal about it, how much the game improved and how it looked pretty and all that. I was like, out of all the games people rant and rave about ray tracing, it's Minecraft.
Yeah.
Probably because Minecraft isn't really a performance hog to begin with, so they're able to implement something like ray tracing easier without, killing people's PCs.
So what are their graphics cards right now? They might be in the same boat. They might not have. Oh, they've got a. Oh no, is that last year's? I'd imagine they'd be running. Maybe not. Not sure if these are current gen or next gen. They've got 6950 XT, that's 700. Oh, that's gotta be last year's because it was 1100. 6750 XT. That's 419.
Oh, somebody's selling a Ryzen 9 processor for $200.
Well,
I almost picked it up, but I think mine's better than the one he's selling. I would only pick it up if I'm thinking about building a second rig to do like what you're thinking about doing, servers, and probably store all my media on it. And
well, then you can have that as your streaming rig too,
yeah,
so your PC's not taking a performance hit
when I'm
streaming.
playing. Yeah. But I don't know if I want to do that until my basement's finished, where I have the room to set something like that up.
Yeah, I'm still kind of torn. what I want to do at some point, Ollie's gonna start getting into PC gaming anyways. It's like, do I want to start, like, if I were to upgrade this, do I want to sell the parts or do I want to
Keep it
set
for
them
Ollie.
aside? Yeah, set them aside and start a second PC. Because, I mean, at this point, if I were to upgrade a graphics card, I'd have to get a new processor anyway. So I'd be looking at a new graphics card, a new processor, and then I could probably find a cheap motherboard. Yeah, cheapish RAM and like throw something in there for a hard drive and then a cheap tower and set that aside for servers and in the meantime. And I mean, right now I'm doing because we've been playing a lot of actually what do you call it, the Steam console experience, big picture, through remote play.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Never mind.
Yeah, because Apple TV's got an app where you can wirelessly stream your desktop to your Apple TV, and we've been playing a handful of games with that. Matter of fact, actually, he doesn't know I have it yet. He stumbled across some Let's Players playing Who's Your Daddy? And he's like, I want to play that one. Can we get that one sometime? I haven't told him I have it yet. I've had that for a bit.
Isn't that the one where you're a baby?
Yes, and the dad's trying to keep the baby from killing itself.
I don't know if he's old enough to play a game like that.
I mean, we watched a ton of... Because they were actually kind of funny, like... I forgot to delete the YouTube app because I don't like him having free reign. And he had a day with YouTube, and he stumbled across that. And they were actually kind of funny, so I got kind of into watching them too. So, I mean, he's watched enough of it.
I don't know.
Wouldn't make any difference to play it at this point. The baby climbing in the blender and...
Oh.
Chipper.
But how would you explain that to her if he goes, Mama, I watched a baby climb into a blender?
I'm waiting for it, honestly. I don't know what I'd tell her yet. It's just a stupid game. It's not gory or anything, it's just stupid.
Oh yeah, I played it with Shadow before. It's one of those Shadow gifts that I got a long time ago.
Yeah, they've updated it quite a bit even since I mean, I played it not all that long ago either, and now there's a road out in the front of the house with cars driving back and forth. You can... I don't know if it's a whistle or a response to a trumpet or both, but there's a bear you can call to come out and like start attacking you. There's a gym in the basement where you can go and you exercise for a little bit and your arms get super ripped. Like you get these ridiculously big arms. They added a bathroom. They added an office for the dad. They even added, which, I mean, they might have had it for a while, I'm not sure. I don't remember it. They added, the tablet in the game, you can pick it up, and you can order, like, stuff from Dad Mart. So you can, like, spam order things, you can, like, order a bunch of dynamite, or, like, stuff like that, so... They've added a lot to it since I played it, like, just... less than a year ago, really.
Me wants to take this apart, but me thinks it's a bad idea.
I do wish they did a better job of identifying what generation or series these cards were. Instead of just generic numbers. I assume, again, I got a couple 6s and a couple 7s, so... I'm thinking these two are the older ones, and they just haven't updated them yet. But that's nuts, though. I mean, that was possibly last year's top tier car, or last gen top tier card, and they've knocked like, let's see, like $400 off of it. That's pretty crazy.
Off of the AMD card?
Yeah. It's an $1,100 card for $700. But again, it's outdated now too, so but it seems like a significant markdown. But if you were to look at reviews for it, it was probably really bad.
The Who's Your Daddy?
Nah, the AMD card.
Oh yeah, because at first. Plus, there's gonna be a lot of like NVIDIA fanboys that are gonna like hate on it just to hate on it because they don't want competition. And
yeah, Linus said he was gonna do a 30-day challenge with it. See how his experience is with it, because I mean he typically just runs the NVIDIA cards, but he's mad right now. So
Daddy Linus isn't talking to you right now.
yeah.
Probably make this my slaughterhouse first.
I mean, I guess I don't remember what the 3080 was priced at. It was like 900, wasn't it? I'm thinking it was 900. The 3080.
Actually, might be a taming pen now. No, think about it. You made Daddy Linus angry. Nobody makes Daddy Linus angry.
Trying to decide if I want to spend $24 to upgrade the RAM on the Mac Mini.
I thought it was impossible to upgrade RAM on stuff Apple bought it.
The model I have was the last, it's a 2012 model, and that was the last one that you could upgrade any. I mean, you could upgrade the RAM, you could upgrade the hard drive. The one I have was actually a server build, so it's got 2 hard drives in it. But it's only got like 8 gigs of RAM.
What heck?
So
you don't like hearing me saying Daddy Linus? You got a problem with me in saying Daddy Linus? I found an old Dell laptop of mine that I had. I can't remember if I had it before I left the house or after. It had the Red Sox logo on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking about seeing if I can like salvage it. It's not gonna be like a powerhouse or anything.
Put Linux on it.
Yeah, just put something on it to maybe have it as a storage unit for my astrophotography suit.
Linux. Well, I guess I don't know how it would work with something like that, but Linux is fun to mess around with.
Well, I mean, when I say I like my pictures and stuff that I won't be using or have completed, so that way I'm not taking space up on my hard drives. Don't you want me, sir? Hex doesn't like my Daddy Linus comments.
Actually, I wonder if he's uploaded anything since then. Oh.
Xbox One. Need to decide what I gotta do what I want to do with my Xbox One actually. Alright, so I need to get my Dodicurus out.
What?
I have an Xbox One, but I also have the Series X and a 360.
Oh.
I'm probably gonna keep the one. I might get rid of the 360. I don't know who would buy it.
I sold my PS4 for $200.
Yeah, but PlayStation is more sought after than an Xbox is. Like the older PlayStations.
Yeah. I was surprised. Like I had like one kid like so I'll pay you. He like hardcore low balled me. It might have been like $130 or something like that. I'm like, no. I mean, it hasn't been up that long. Probably the cheapest I'd sell it for. I'm trying to remember what. Because I usually base what I sell it for off of what GameStop sells it for.
That's what I was gonna say.
And it's like I'd like at least $50 more than what I'd get if I traded it in. So I wouldn't take any less than this. He said, I'm not paying blah 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 for a 10-year-old console. Blah blah blah. Good luck. And it's like, well, keep your eye on it. If it's on there any longer, then we can revisit it. But it's only been up for like a week, so.
And you sold it.
Sure enough, big grief. I got a guy. I mean, I was asking $230 for it with like one good controller, one meh controller, with HDMI and power cord, and with the intention of selling it for $200, and I got what I wanted for it. So
that kid's gonna give you $130.
Yeah, I got my new Beans jacket and backpack with it. I had a Beans backpack.
So your buddy's a scam artist on GameStop. Huh?
Huh?
My buddy's my brother. I don't think that's a scam artist. He was up front and told the person about it how much he's willing to accept for it. I don't think we're gonna call that good. I think we got plenty of stone for a bit. A scam artist would be if my brother bought the PlayStation for like $100 or less and then sold it for $200. That's what GameStop does.
That's not even being a scam artist. That's just being a smart salesman.
Yeah.
People buy and flip stuff all the time.
But a corporation like GameStop?
We had a guy that would come into Best Buy all the time, and he'd play Let's Make a Deal with the general manager, and he'd turn around and sell it in his own store for more than what he bought it for, and that's how he made his living.
I got people in the Jeep Club. They buy stuff at antique stores, look them up on eBay, and sell it for this. So basically, they go into an antique store, see something they are interested in, look it up on eBay, see how much it's going for on eBay, buy it, and then turn around and sell it on eBay.
Yeah.
I thought about doing that until like, the damn IRS is now trying to take taxes from people who sell anything over $600 on or $900. Is it $600 or $900? I think it's $900. It's
like Brandon's brother-in-law is telling me how like he likes to collect coins and stuff, and he resells them, and he'd go into like coin shops or whatever, and they'd have like a dump bin, and he'd go through them, and he'd like hand pick ones that he thought might be worth more than like the $1 or $2 that they were selling in the dump bin. And I mean, it's just smart. There's all kinds of things you can do that sort of stuff with.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot harder with tech though. It's not that easy with tech.
That's about what I would think a 360 would go for. Hex is in his area. They go for like $100 at GameStop.
What, a 360?
Yeah.
I guess how we get on the topic of 360.
You would get what?
How did we get on the topic of a 360?
Because I said I don't know what I'm going to do.
Oh, you have one?
Yeah, I have a 360 and a 1.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. It's a 360 Elite. But that probably doesn't mean anything these days. Keep making these until I can't make any more.
He's got a new video on the new PlayStation VR.
PlayStation made their own VR.
Oh, they've had one for a while, but they just released a new one for the 5. And the video is PlayStation just killed PC VR. Honestly, PlayStation was more aggressive about that stuff than PC really has been, because PC has to rely entirely on more independent developers. PlayStation's got big pockets to throw at it. So
well, you got to think their biggest competitor in the console war is Microsoft, and Microsoft owns PC. So
yeah.
Well, I mean, it doesn't own PC, but you know what I mean. Like everything.
I mean, really, the main operating system it runs off of, at the very least.
Probably a medium. Could do 2 mediums to be safe.
Are they coming out with a new Steam console? Still going after that stuff, huh? I mean, I guess it would make sense if their Steam Deck did well enough.
I didn't even hear how well the Steam Deck did, honestly.
I think it's doing well. I mean, especially considering that you can play Nintendo Switch games on it.
Can you?
Yes.
Somebody emulated it.
Even Linus Tech Tips gave you the instructions on how to do it. Like, holy hell, you can get away with that?
Probably not.
I mean, I guess they can, because they were using a Switch that they owned to do it, and they were using games that they owned.
Oh, so you're not stealing anything.
Not technically. I mean, Nintendo's lost some big battles in that area, like legally. And that's,
well, it's like one of the most emulated consoles out there.
Yeah. And I think that was part of why they did it. It's like, look what we can do. But yeah, I mean, Lexus and Eric, granted, it's a lot more than a Nintendo Switch. They were talking about how they kind of want to get another Nintendo Switch. I'm like, well, just get a Steam Deck and just play your Switch games on that, and then you can play PC games.
Like Stardew Valley, she'll have. Well, I guess Stardew Valley's on Switch, but she would already have Stardew Valley on her Steam account.
Well, and I mean, it doesn't work like that.
Oh, it doesn't?
No. They were using the ROMs from the games.
Well, no. I know, but like, you can play any game on the Steam market, right? On the Steam Deck?
Yeah.
Oh no, she's got Stardew Valley on her Switch, right?
Switch, yeah.
Why are you saying Rot-Row? Oh yeah, okay, never mind. Disregard. I forgot she had it on Switch. Alright.
She's actually been playing that recently, I guess.
She was playing it when I came to visit, if I remember correctly. Not a lot, just a little bit. Rot-Row Raggy. I'm about to find out if I'm gonna cry or not. I will cheat spawn this in if it collapses.
Guess I am kind of glad that the Bitcoin mining craze has kind of died off for GPUs. There's probably people still doing it, but
alright. Haha! It worked! I don't want to kill myself. No, I'm sorry. Twitch, I don't mean it. Now I can repurpose this and save me some materials. Almost getting dark enough for me to start imaging.
Intel, I think Intel Arc was their GPUs.
Oh, for Intel.
Yeah. I wouldn't think they'd be cheaper either anyways.
Intel's kind of pricey in general. I mean, AMD's cheaper than them when it comes to processors. That's kind of the reason why I switched over to AMD. Actually, you know what? I said I got a Ryzen 9. I think I got a Ryzen 7. Now that I think about it.
Gotta get that Threadripper.
You got the money for a Threadripper?
Threadripper. Well, then you gotta have the you gotta have a power supply that can run it too.
Yeah. So I would be ponying up some good money for a good power supply too. I was watching Infinity War the other day, and it is so much better than Endgame. Like, Endgame seems so lazily put together.
I think I started losing interest probably about the time of the first Avengers. So I don't know that I could even really remember if I had a preference.
Did you even see Infinity War?
I'm pretty sure I've seen them all.
I haven't watched the new ones. I haven't seen the Eternals. I haven't seen Doctor Strange.
I mean, I guess I was talking about like Avengers in particular.
Yeah. The only new one after, or new ones after Endgame I've watched is the new Spider-Mans, No Way Home and Far From Home.
I still haven't seen the latest one.
No Way Home.
Yeah.
That one was actually really good. It's the best the best one out of the Tobey Maguire, or not Tobey Maguire. Crap. The new Spider-Man guy.
Oh, and Andrew Garfield?
No, that's the one after Tobey Maguire.
That's the middle one.
Yeah. I mean, they're all in it, but still.
Yeah.
Tom Holland.
Yes, that one.
I knew it started with a T.
Oh. Creed is beating Ant-Man in the box office.
What is?
Creed 3.
From what I hear, the new Ant-Man is just not good. Like, you saw what MODOK looked like, and it was a joke.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking on that one. It's like they were literally smoking something. That's the only explanation for that.
But you know who he's supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
He's the first villain from the first Ant-Man.
Oh. Oh. I guess I missed that tie together.
Yeah. So you remember in the first Ant-Man, the Wasp dude, or the Hornet, whatever, Yellow Jacket, whatever his name was, got shrunk down by Ant-Man. Like, you thought he got crushed because they shrunk him inside his own suit. Nope. He got shrunk into that floating head with tiny arms and legs, and now he's MODOK.
Oh.
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah, that's like everybody else's reaction. They're just like, huh.
So no, he's supposed to be like a supercomputer or something, but I mean, outside of that, it's like I don't know anything about him.
He's supposed to be a supercomputer weapons platform kind of thing.
Christian Bale back as Batman, according to rumors.
I
hope that's not true.
I heard
they ended. I mean, all those movies were so good, and I just don't want to see that ruined. I just don't.
Yeah, how are they gonna bring him back? I guess he can technically retire and come back.
I don't want to see it. It ended on a good note. Don't ruin it. Don't need Hollywood ruining something else.
No, Hollywood doesn't do that.
Oh.
What are you talking about, silly pyro? Hollywood's for kids. Ow! Oh! Whew.
Oh no! Even Cocaine Bear beat Ant-Man. Oh no!
Suck it, Disney.
Oh my gosh! There's no reason for that. Ant-Man's supposed to be that movie you can take your kids to go see. You're not gonna take you shouldn't be taking your kids to go see Cocaine Bear.
Did I ever tell you a story about the woman I got in a fight with at the movie theater on base in Turkey? It wasn't a fist fight, it was a verbal fight.
Maybe?
Shadow and I were in line to see Deadpool. And this is the weekend Deadpool came out. And she had young kids, probably no older than Ollie, with her, in line. And I politely and kindly looked at her and said, "Ma'am, do you know what Deadpool's about?" She goes, "Yeah, it's a Marvel comic hero. It's from the Marvel cinematic universe." I was like, "Yeah, but it's not one you want to take your kids to. Trust me on that." She goes, "Don't you tell me how to parent my children." And I was like, "I'm not telling you how to parent your children. I'm saving you."
Okay, enjoy the kid's bad behavior.
And you know what made it? You know what made it awesome? She sat behind me, and then within the first 5 minutes of the movie, she walked out with her kids. Richie goes, "Don't say it, Anthony." I was like, "I got to." He goes, Don't say a word. Just let her leave." I was like, "I have to."
Just because it's Marvel doesn't mean it's appropriate. Just like you should be handling Disney nowadays.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Deadpool's supposed to be part of the MCU now, so I'm curious how Disney's going to do that. Did you see the announcement trailer for that? The teaser announcement?
For what?
Deadpool. Deadpool's
no.
coming to Disney.
Oh, yes, I did.
He says we got to do something really special, and I'm not quite sure what it's going to be. And then he goes, "Hey, Hugh, you want to be in the next Deadpool movie with me?" And then
yes,
Hugh,
I did see that.
yeah.
I guess I forgot that it had something. It was the Disney thing too.
Yeah, yeah. Disney's going to take it, so I don't know how they're going to do it.
You'd be the one character that'd be like, "He's gay." It's like, and?
Your point? Hex says Cocaine Bear was odd.
I kind of want to see it. I'm not gonna lie.
It's probably one of those things like Sharknado.
I mean, I watched the movie Rubber, so.
Or Rubber. I forgot about Rubber.
I don't know that you can get much lower than that. Not Rubber in the sexual sense. You just look at the movie Rubber and actually, hold on. There's probably some bad movies called Rubber.
There probably is too. Place my game.
When you type in Rubber.
Cocaine Bear is a horror movie. Is it a horror movie or is it a spoof movie?
Yeah, I mean, it can be both.
Because it doesn't sound like a movie that can be completely taken seriously, like a horror comedy thing.
It's definitely a horror comedy at the very least. Yeah, Rubber is 2010.
I'm not gonna play Smite Hex. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm not Mind Killer.
Nor do we hate ourselves.
Yeah. I mean, I did play
the key thing.
I did play Battlefield 5 the other night, and boy, was that the hackers.
But I would still play that over Smite.
Agreed.
And enjoy it more.
Agreed, but the hacking in it has gotten so bad now. He says,
"Jeez, dog."
He says Cocaine Bear lacks humor and is not child friendly.
Well, I mean, of course not the last one, but I mean, it's sad on the first one.
I think I would.
That's the only reason I'd want to watch it if it was thinking it's supposed to be funny.
I still want to see Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Winnie and Pooh, Blood.
I somehow kind of forgot about that one.
I don't think they really did a whole lot with PR on that one.
I'm sure it was a really low budget movie.
Hex says it's fucking gory.
Well, that I'm not surprised by either. A lot of times there's really the ones that are I mean whether or not it's objectively unfunny or whatever. I think they gave the impression that it was trying to be, and a lot of times those can be really gory. I mean, it's all like I don't remember the actors' names there, but you had like Shaun of the Dead and
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Hot Fuzz in particular. I remember watching that. It's like, holy fuck, that got really gory really quick.
Like when the part of the church falls on top of the dude's head.
Yes.
That had crap, the guy that plays Scotty in the new Star Trek in it too.
Yes, Simon Pegg and the other guy. There's the other guy's name I never remember. Simon Pegg's in more really, but those two would be in a few different movies together.
Mm-hmm.
I never did see At World's End. Is that what it was called? That doesn't sound right. That sounds like the
What is it?
It's definitely not At World's End because that is the Pirates movie. World's End?
He says it makes AVP look like child's play.
The World's End is the one I was thinking of. I never saw that one. Nick Frost. That's the other one I always forget the name of. Nick Frost and Simon Pegg.
I don't even think I know anything about The World's End.
I think it was like, I don't know if it was made by the same director of like, hold on, let me click on Edgar Wright. What did you direct? Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz. Yes, it was the same director. Oh, he did. Oh, okay. Scott Pilgrim, Baby Driver. He made a movie called A Fistful of Fingers.
But that's what a fist is.
What is this? It's a Western.
Is it mocking a fistful of
I
dollars?
don't know. It's a Western comedy, okay, so probably.
Oh, speaking of which, History of the World Part 2 is out now on HBO. I have a bad feeling they're gonna destroy that movie.
Oh, you talking Monty Python?
No, it's What is his name? He did the producers. Mel Brooks.
Oh.
No amount of wood. That is actually kind of shocking.
Okay, yeah. I mean, he's still alive. I don't know how there he still is, I guess, but... Wait, is he still alive?
Who?
Mel Brooks.
Yeah, he's still alive. I think he's in it.
He's 96 years old.
Yes. I can't remember if he was a Holocaust survivor or not. I know his family was.
I mean, at 96, I guess I wouldn't be that surprised.
He would be a kid, obviously, but... Echo. Is Mel Brooks a Holocaust survivor? Oh. I forgot I have Twitch open, so when I asked that, I tried to find a Twitch channel called Is Mel Brooks a Holocaust survivor?
Oh, no.
You know what? Just cuz, I'm gonna make a Twitch channel called Is Mel Brooks a Holocaust survivor? I have a feeling there's a character limit in names, and that probably... I'm gonna finish building these pillars, and I think I'm gonna call it a night. My shoulder is really bothering me right now. It's actually getting really painful to play this game.
Oh, shoot. I gotta FaceTime Ollie. I meant to do that earlier. I got distracted. If you're not back, that's fine, but I gotta go FaceTime him.
Okay. Okay. Game. Cooperate.
He does have wartime service.
Which war?
World War II.
So he wasn't in the Holocaust. He served, unless... Yeah, because I think Great Grandpa Conan's would have been close to 100. Actually, I think he would be 100. In his 90s, when he passed in 2010, yeah, he'd be over 100 right now.
His family lived in Germany before the war even started.
That's probably before. Not bad.
So, I mean, in all technicality, he probably did have some that escaped and or were victims of.
Yeah. I'm curious what direction he went with History of the World Part 2, because the first one, if he stuck true to that, would get him canceled so fast. I mean, the first one ended saying History of the World Part 2 coming, and it ends with space juice, with space lasers. And they were flying in flying stars of Davids. That's what their ships look like.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so there's no way. I don't think he can get away with doing that now. Now he might be able to, because they'd be like, it's Mel Brooks. But I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith in today's society.
He graduated from high school in 1944.
So if he served in the war, it was in the very end of it.
Oh, he was in the United States, I guess. So at some point he moved to the United States.
Before the war started?
Yeah, because it sounds like he serves American military.
Well, I wouldn't. There's no way he'd be in German military.
Well, not German military, no. I mean,
like one of the allied militaries.
Yeah.
I'll say he would have been murdered so fast.
Oh my gosh. Okay. It helps if I read the first part of it. Brooks was born on a tenement tenement kitchen table on June 28, 1926 in Brownfield, Brooklyn. So I mean, he was born in America. Yeah. He had family in Germany, but I mean, I don't know if it goes into
detail what happened to him.
Yeah. See.
Actually, I think this will be it for me in my stream. My shoulder is actually starting to get numb, and if I let it continue, I'm not going to be able to move it. So I'm gonna have to get off for now. Hopefully, my doctor tells me something good tomorrow to get this taken care of, because it's getting pretty bad now. What do you mean? There was plenty of wood. So I went back to get all that wood. All right. Seriously, what? That's the case, and I'm gonna keep building until I have to get more materials. I'm going and pick up my beaver and stuff.
That's not how that works.
Oh.
Elon Musk's being mocked because he has bodyguards flanking him everywhere he goes, including the bathroom. And somebody tweeted that he fears of a coup. It's like, no, that's not how that works. He's afraid somebody's gonna gank him.
he literally said, "I'm no longer doing public signings," because he's seriously in fear of his life. So
yeah.
He already had somebody following his family from the airport one night.
Oh, I missed that one. Brandon Herrera's got a video with the Maxim. That's kind of cool.
I don't think I've seen that one.
It was 8 months ago. Somehow missed it.
Oh, you should see his latest meme review. Gun meme review. He's doing about Evan Hafer, who's the founder of Black Rifle Coffee. Somebody tried to sue Evan Hafer for being obscene and sexually harassing him.
Yeah, I heard some. I actually might have kind of glazed over that blaze. I don't remember who specifically mentioned it.
So, long story short, This guy, I mean, the lawsuit got thrown out. The guy decided not to sue Evan Hafer anymore. But the guy's accusation was they were in a conference room getting ready for a meeting, and Evan Hafer looked at him and says, how about we shut that door and rip all the clothes off and butt fuck the shit out of each other.
Which probably actually was said.
It was. But so military humor is, well, I mean, you've heard the guys joking here all the time. And Evan Hafer is also an Army Ranger, so Special Forces humor tends to be like...
Yeah, he's probably laughing like a stupid 5-year-old when he said it.
Yeah. Well, the guy that he said it to is a civilian and never served in the military, so apparently he didn't appreciate the humor too much. So people made a bunch of memes about...
Well, in a business environment, you do have to be really careful about that kind of stuff. Well, I don't know this context of this story, but
it literally, all it was is they were getting ready to have a meeting. He walked in, looked the guy square in the eyes, and said, "How about we shut that door, rip all our clothes off, and butt fuck the shit out of each other?" That's literally what he did.
Yeah, that's. I'm surprised he didn't get sued over that, because I mean, if this was an employee or anything like that, so you can't talk to employees.
Yeah, it wasn't an employee.
Even if you're really good friends, you probably shouldn't do it, just to be on the safe side.
He actually ended up getting fired over the lawsuit. And then I guess after a little back and forth between the lawyers, they had a conversation between the two of them. Kissed and made up, like not literally but figuratively, and now I guess they're pretty good friends.
Huh.
And the lawsuit got thrown out. Like, so back when Black Riot, because I think Lauren Chen used to be part of the Blaze. Back when the Blaze had its little issue, or was it Daily Wire? One of the ones that had an issue with Black Rifle after they said Kyle Rittenhouse is sponsored by the Black Rifle, because there's a picture of Kyle Rittenhouse with the Black Rifle shirt on. And then they pulled their sponsor from the Blaze. I think Lauren Chen was with the Blaze at the time. She went on an attack campaign against Black Rifle after they pulled their sponsorship. And I didn't understand why. But the one thing she did, so Black Rifle had a commercial about their coffee where some of the dudes did a fashion show, and they all dressed up as like girls, but they were really ugly looking, over the top, exaggerated girls. And she was talking about how Black Rifle was going woke, but what she failed to realize, like, I don't do this stuff and never would, but that was a style of humor, like military humor. They weren't doing it to be drag queens. They weren't doing it to be woke. It was literally them mocking stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And she accused them of being woke and tried to, I don't know what ever happened out of it, but alright guys, that's it for my stream. Like I said, my arm is really killing me right now, and it's starting to get numb, so I'm gonna call it a night. I'll catch you all later. I was hoping to do some astrophotography stuff. Actually, speaking of which, we can go ahead and quit this before I actually shut down. Might be able to get the telescope started. I use Google Chromecast, or whatever it's called. Chrome Remote Desktop to control my telescope from outside. Alright, I need to go out there and adjust the focus on this, so I'm not going to be able to show you guys a whole lot on this. But I appreciate you all coming by. Hex, thank you for keeping me company. Kepler, Discord, thank you for coming over to keep me company as well. I hope you all have a good one, and I will be streaming again Wednesday. I think she's off tomorrow, so I'll stream again Wednesday, and I'll definitely be on for Friday night with friends. Yeah. I think is it next weekend? No, I still got 2 weekends left. But I'll catch you all later.